Yeah, I'm Karen Schleber. And after getting the doors blown off of them Monday night against Philly, the Raps are back in action tonight against the lowly Pacers. And that 2-game set against Philly was really a microcosm of the Raptors this year. Because Sunday night, they showed heart, grit, and toughness to battle back late in the fourth and overtime to win the game. And then the next night, they just no-showed. Now you can call it a schedule loss, but either way, the Raps are 4th in the conference, and things are cuckoo tight in the East, as they are 2 out of the 2 seed and 2 away from the play. But as we bring up the reverse standings, we see just how rough things are for the Pacers, as they have the 2nd worst record in the association and are very likely headed for a top 5 pick in a loaded draft. But isn't that kind of exactly how you'd want this season to play out if you're the Pacers, especially missing Tyrese Halliburton? Indy's won 3 straight though, and they're catching a super injured Raptors squad, as Toronto will be without RJ Barrett, Yak, and Jacoby Walter once again, with Mamu also questionable with an illness. Toronto are 2.5-point favorites tonight against Indy, with the total set at 224.5. And you can watch tonight's game at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on TSN. It's been 2 weeks since Canada announced their roster for the men's Olympic hockey tournament, and what a tough 2 weeks it's been.
I don't think there was any bad play or dirty play on it. I think New York was just trying to dive for the puck, and looks like Point's knee may have gotten tangled up. Watch the right leg. York kind of just, oh man, that just screams MCL to me. I know we're not supposed to speculate, but I've been there. I've had a few of those.
Brayden Point had to be helped off the ice Monday night after appearing to suffer a leg injury. And Tuesday, head coach John Cooper revealed that Point had avoided the worst case scenario, but his week-to-week designation certainly leaves his Olympic availability murky at best. Point's injury adds to a growing list of ailments that have hit Canada's roster. On New Year's Day, Bo Horvat left a game against the Mammoth and has not suited up for the Isles since. 2 days later, Tom Wilson was forced out of a game and has since landed on IR with a lower body injury. And as of yesterday, he remains in a non-contact jersey. And we're not done yet. A few days later, Brad Marchand took a couple hits and left the Panthers game against Toronto. He has not returned since. And on the blue line, Devon Taves is also injured when he crashed awkwardly into the boards. He did manage to return to that game, but he's missed the following 5 since while being labeled week to week. Meanwhile, even the potential replacement list is in pain, after Isles star rookie Matthew Schaefer not only had to be checked for a concussion, but also ate an absolute howitzer and was visibly uncomfortable afterwards. He is, however, expected to have avoided major injury. But the wear and tear is really adding up for Canada. And while no one has been ruled out for Milan at this point, you don't want to have this many injuries immediately before. It's not looking good. There's still a lot of time before the tournament, but the forward injuries are especially concerning. I'm sure that people that want to see Connor Bedard on the roster, though, are maybe looking at him as a potential replacement if one of those guys can't make it. So it's not a bad situation to have in that sense, but you don't want all these injuries. And the roster that will eventually head to Milan may not be out of the woods yet either, as concerns about rink conditions continue to get louder. TSN hockey insider Chris Johnston took a tour of the facility, and he did not sound all that encouraged.
When I walked into it, Santa Julia Arena was pretty shocking, frankly. Just, both the level of disrepair and chaos, with it very much being an active construction site, but also, you do think of this as the marquee international event in hockey. It's been 12 years since NHL players have been to the Olympic Games, and you just imagine it happening on a stage a little grander than the one that exists right now in Milan. Now, there is still time to work.
I can't believe the rink is not done yet. Actually, I can believe the rink is not done yet. Time now for Eminem's Game Day. And after witnessing arguably the most exciting wildcard weekend in history, we're off to the divisional round. Realistically, I don't even need to say arguably, as we've already set multiple playoff records. The 12 fourth quarter lead changes is already the most for a single postseason. And we had 4 comeback wins in the last 3 minutes. It was wild. Every game was must watch. That's how the playoffs should be. It's not always that way, but it's how it should be. And as we look ahead to this weekend, the big story for Bills Broncos is injuries, as the Bills lost not 1, but 2 receivers to an already depleted receiver room. As Gabe Davis tore his ACL, and my God, that photo was brutal. And Tyrell Shavers also tore his ACL. But here's the crazy thing about Shavers. He actually returned to that Jags game and played the second half on a torn ACL. How is that even possible? How are you now out for the season, but you could play the second half in a game with a torn ACL? Like, I don't understand how bodies work. Meaning the Bills wide receivers for Saturday against Denver will be Khalil Shakir, Brandon Cooks, who was signed in late November, Keon Coleman, who was a healthy scratch multiple games this year, and Curtis Samuel, who has 7 catches on the season and was just activated off of IR. with former Chiefs receiver Mecole Hardman likely elevated off the practice squad. So yeah, this receiver room in Buffalo is absolutely decimated, and the injuries actually don't stop there, as Jordan Poyer, Ty Johnson, and Matt Prater are all still banged up and in doubt for Saturday. So are the Bills just too injured? I saw what they did last year against my Broncos, and I know things are different in some ways. I'm scared. I'm scared as a Broncos fan. As long as you have Josh Allen, and even he's dealing with like 3 injuries right now, but as long as that man is playing football, you have to feel concerned that you are going to lose the game because he can do things that have never been done before on the football field. The Bills did actually get some good injury news though, as star defensive tackle Ed Oliver is back practicing, and there's a possibility we see him on the field Saturday.
We'll see. You know, I just started walking through today, so we'll see. I'm optimistic, I'm excited, but I don't know yet.
You can watch the divisional round this weekend on TSN and CTV. It all starts off Saturday with the Bills and Broncos at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. And after that, it's the 49ers and Seahawks. Things get started Sunday at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific with the Patriots and Texans, and then after that, it's the Rams and Bears. And just a reminder, you can win 2 tickets to Super Bowl 60 just by eating some M&Ms. Go to marscontest.ca for all the details. Or if you're watching on Insta, just click the link below. Time now for my favorite segment, and yours, Why We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
And there's nothing like a little help from home field advantage. And this crowd did just that for this rollerblader. It reminded me of when wrestlers like go into the crowd and they're kind of getting pushed back in, but this was a lot more wholesome, I think, especially the cheers afterwards. That's all for today. I'll see you right back here tomorrow at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Have a great day.